Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
Now?
Yes. I always get in trouble for this over the past 3 years. I've always told my sisters to go where they are loved. And I've always told Black women to be open to dating, even outside of their race. I love Black love, and I would like that. But to see my African American women sitting around waiting on a Black man as he chooses whoever he wants to choose, I've always dated outside of my race. And I would like for Black women to be open to the people that like them. White men love me. Like, white men love me. Yeah, they love me. And that's just always been what that is. But the men that have treated me the best have not been Black men. But if we're being honest about the men that have treated me the best, they have been white men. They have been this and that. I don't attract, never have. And I don't even, the thing is, I always attract men with money who are successful, and I never ask them for it. That might be my problem. Yeah.
White men have to agree. You can't just say I'm open to marrying a white man and none of them are checking for you. That's up to them. And I don't know why Black women are telling Black men this. Why y'all telling us? Go tell white men that you would want to marry them. You need to find their spaces and get into their good graces and ask them what they need from you. Because as of now, when white men do marry out, they marry Hispanic and Asian women at the highest rate. You know who comes last on that totem pole? Black women, 0.5%. So if you want to take the place of white women, Hispanic women, and Asian women as being first pick with white men, how about you go over there and stop bothering us in our spaces? You got to ask them. That ain't got nothing to do with Black men, okay?
I couldn't help but notice your pain.
My pain?
It runs deep. Share it with me.
The next parroted narrative is that Black women are race loyal to Black men. Interracial marriage statistics. Black women say we are the most race loyal, and that's why we don't marry white men at a higher rate. In order to be considered race loyal, you need to have both sides vying for your hand in marriage. Here's an example. So right there on the left, and I had to use Black men as orange, you got Black women in the middle, and then you have white men on the other side of the tug-of-war rope. If Black women had equal options on both sides, if white men were pulling to marry Black women and Black men were pulling to marry Black women, then that would be Black women being race loyal, because they would be like, you know what? We're just picking Black men because we're race loyal. That's not what's happening. This is what's actually happening. Black men, since we marry Black women at a 79% clip from the Black men who are married, there is no white men over here vying for Black women's attention like that at the rate of Black men. That's why every race, both male and female, prefer to marry their own at over an 80% rate. Black women have made a strong social media push to appeal to white men. TikTok, Black Wife Effect, Divest, Swirl, etc. However, white men have not responded in the form of marriage. The latest available data indicates that about 0.5% of white men in the United States are married to Black women, and this is from the census in 2015. This statistic highlights that relative rarity of such interracial marriages. So no, Black women, you are not race loyal to Black men at a fault. And that's why you don't date out. Let me get my words right. That's why you guys don't marry out. White men are happily obliging y'all by having sex with you, having kids with you, but they're not marrying you.
You know, the pink dudes, telling me, oh yeah, I like, Black women too. Whole time, a lot of them don't like Black women. They might be sexually attracted to Black women, but they don't like them. There's a difference, okay? Motherfucker, and that's what a fetish is right there. Like, for real, like, you are sexually attracted to a person, but you really ain't trying to have no relationship with them. You just want to try something.
White men ain't checking for y'all like that. So you better figure out what you need to do with the black men who still want you, because that number is decreasing by every year that's passing. White men have to agree. You can't just say I'm open to marrying a white man and none of them are checking for you. That's up to them. And I don't know why black women are telling black men this. Why y'all telling us? That ain't got nothing to do with us. We good. 1 out of 5 married black men are married to another race of women. We good. Go tell white men that you would want to marry them. You need to find their spaces and get into their good graces and ask them what they need from you. Because as of now, when white men do marry out, they marry Hispanic and Asian women at the highest rate. You know who comes last on that totem pole? Black women, 0.5%. So if you want to take the place of white women, Hispanic women, and Asian women as being first pick with white men, how about you go over there and stop bothering us in our spaces? You got to ask them. That ain't got nothing to do with black men, okay? And that goes to the point of not having those types of women on your platforms. If you literally gonna just have a woman up there just to talk shit about black men, what's the point? Send her ass over to the white spaces so she can get into their good graces. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Now, after I put all these statistics out there, I know there's still gonna be some black women that is gonna say, well, if black men are doing this and we'll just date out, we'll just marry white men. And yes, we gonna address this too. Because since we on the topic and we educating, let me talk to black women real quick. White men ain't coming to save y'all. There's a small percentage of white men that do love black women. Yes, they are out there. However, don't bank on it. Black/white husband marriages are 44% less likely to end in divorce than white wife, white husband couples over the same period. According to the Census Bureau, black wife, white husband marriages have the lowest divorce rates. But where does this come from? The report was actually found on Wikipedia, but it says that it's from the Census Bureau, so it has to be true. And I asked, did you click the blue 25, which is the actual hyperlink? I clicked it, and this is what I found. The Wiley article reported these findings from a 2002 National Survey of Family Growth. So black women are quoting an article that was published 23 years ago. Yes, let's stop right there. So anytime you hear a black woman quote this damn statistic, it's from 23 years ago. Y'all been to college. Y'all college students.
I thought aren't you college student?
You know what I'm saying? Would that be accepted if you was writing a damn essay, a research paper 23 years ago? So yeah, that's where they're getting this from. 2002, guys, just to be clear. The more recent reports, and this is to debunk all that, from Bowling Green State University, once again, marriage to divorce ratio in the U.S. demographic variation 2018. Black women were the only group that had a higher divorce rate than marriage rate, with nearly 31 divorces per 1,000 married women aged 15 and older, and only 17.3 marriages per 1,000 unmarried women. And this is from another report from divorce.com. They also stated that African American women have the highest divorce rates, while Asian women have the lowest. And then it says there is a consistent trend regarding marriage and divorce rates among women across the U.S. For example, Black women usually display the lowest marriage probability and the highest divorce rates. Different studies show that African American women are more likely to get divorced than races of other women. Sociologists suggest that it may be because lower income and job prospects. That could be one of the reasons, or they just unmarriageable. And I'm being very blunt on this live stream because it kind of disturbed me that I've seen so many Black women so quick to place the blame on Black men under that Cam Newton video. It's absolutely nuts. It's no longer true that Black women and white men have the lowest divorce rates, because Black women trump all of that. And these are the most recent studies from various reports. And I'm not saying that to try and shame Black women. I'm just telling you the truth. So stop running around here quoting that damn study by saying that the marriages last the longest.